everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess. I talk about writing, self-publishing, and travel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to find your literary niche. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever a new video is posted. Now, before I tell you the secret to finding your niche, I wanted to share with you a story about something that happened to me. Well, not specifically to me, something I witnessed when I was in university many years ago. I studied media studies with a minor. We don't really do the whole major minor thing here in Canada, but we do have specialties that you can focus on. So I did media studies with a specialty or specialization in journalism, obviously, because I'm a writer. That was a natural choice. I don't remember exactly what this class was called. I think it was on-site reporting or maybe reporting for the masses, something like that. It's been a while, to be honest. A lot of the courses were all similarly named, so it kind of blended together in my head. But I do remember this class very vividly because of one particular incident that happened. The assignment that we had to do this one time was we had to go out into the world and cover a story. It didn't have to necessarily be a real story, but the whole point was to capture a certain beat. So this particular girl, whose name I do not know, and if I did know, I wouldn't necessarily tell you just out of respect for her, she wanted to cover the main events like the red carpet, the Oscars, the Met Gala, you name it. She wanted to be front and center at these particular events. She goes all in, with her hair and her makeup and her wardrobe. She sets up her camera, she's got a microphone, and we're all kind of watching her story on this big projector screen we have in the classroom. And she's sitting back there, you can see this big smile on her face. She's so proud of her story. And, she kind of comes into view on the screen and she goes, "Hi everyone, it's so-and-so. I'm reporting live from Madison Square Garden, and tonight we're talking to all the celebrities here at the such and such award ceremony, who's hot, who's not, blah, blah, blah." She was just boom, 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 like she was on her A game that night. And she just delivered this incredibly engaging entertainment piece, and I couldn't get over her confidence behind the camera. At this point, I was not very confident behind the camera. I didn't have my YouTube channel or anything like that. I was very timid. I was like, no way, I'm not doing TV reporting, ever. But this girl, man, she was just a natural. She was cut out for this. And after her story had wrapped up, the teacher's sitting there, and she's grading everybody's story in real time, and she's kind of looking at it with a very sort of, unimpressed look. And she goes, "Well, first of all, you're not actually at Madison Square Garden, so you can't say that." And I thought, excuse you, you told us it could be a hypothetical story. And, yeah, okay, that was a fantastic piece. And you just see this girl look, her face just falls. You could tell she was just cut off at the knees by that comment. And I just could not get over how scathing the teacher's comments were. This girl is passionate. This girl is informed. This girl is doing everything you told us to do, like standing in front of a dynamic background. She's got like the Toronto skyline in the background. You can see the lights from the highways. It's like she's done everything right with the sound, the editing. Like, it is what you wanted. But no, it was not well received by this particular instructor. But I realized something that day. Finding your niche is about finding what you're passionate about. And I also realized something else, that finding your niche is as much about ignoring other people as it is about listening to yourself and what moves you. A few weeks later, towards the end of our semester, we had to put together like a big class project. And our class project was a magazine that we put together and published and released to the public. And of course, because we had 4 different specialties, we had journalism, photography, graphic design, and PR. Whatever your specialty was your contribution to the magazine. So obviously I was one of the writers, we had photographers, we had people who were in the computer labs, just doing the layout for everything. And then we had our own little PR team peddling this independently published design. It was so incredible to me to see Madison Square Garden reporter walk in on a day when we were all supposed to look the same. We all had these hideous black shirts on that said the name of our university and the name of our publication. She comes in and she is wearing the most spectacular glittering red dress, just absolutely floor-length dress like you would see on the red carpet. and she's got her hair done and her makeup done and her nails done. And I look at her and I go, holy shit. Like, she was so beautiful. I could not get over it. And I remember sitting there and I'm wearing this shirt that 2 sizes too big. I'm sitting there and I'm watching her. She's going up and down the like the stairs in the lecture hall. And I overhear her saying to one of her friends, I can't be like everybody else. I just can't. And I thought, you go, girl. Be a red dress and a sea of black t-shirts, guys. That's how you find your niche. It really is that simple. I hope you enjoyed my little story, and maybe it inspired you to go out and make your own news, make your own wave. And yes, I am drinking a pumpkin spice latte because I'm a writer and it's October and them's the rules. In terms of actual writing updates, if you guys receive my newsletter, you'll already know that I finished the first draft of Emma's story, and it actually has a real title now, but I'm not going to tell you what that title is. Last night I was playing around with some cover ideas, and then I came up with one that was just like, yes, that's exactly what I'm aiming for. But I don't know if it's the final design. It might just be a working cover with a working title for now, but I don't know. These things tend to grow on me. I'm a very intuitive title and cover chooser. Chooser? Does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. Wow, words are hard. It's about 97,000. Well, actually, no, it's less than 97,000 words now because I did start the developmental edits on draft 2, so I've been cutting out quite a few scenes that are not serving the overall plot. So for something that was supposed to be a short story, clearly this didn't happen. And then I thought, oh, it's okay, maybe it'll be a novella, but that didn't happen either, so yeah, I guess I'm not cut out to write short stories. Clearly this is not my beat or my literary niche, but that's okay. It is set in the early 80s to late 90s. It kind of covers this 18-year time frame, and it's centered around one particular character that never actually shows up in the series, only in other people's stories and memories. So this was her chance to tell her story, and for people to get a deeper understanding of what happened to her and what led to her tragic end. You know me, I'm not really heavy on my marketing anymore just because I'm trying to be a writer, not a content creator. But you know, I do have this channel to talk about my writing, so hopefully that's enough. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed hanging out with me. Again, I apologize for being so wildly inconsistent with my uploads. It's just that, you know, I'm a full-time PSW, that I have other things to take care of in the real world. I upload when I can. I try to keep things relatively on topic, so thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me, and like I said, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that button. If you have any stories or comments you want to share, the comment section is open and the floor is yours. Thanks so much guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye now.